Okay, so we're here at Painted Hills. We woke up 6 o'clock to see the sunrise, and it's a beautiful spot. You can find it along the highway going to Clinton. It's beautiful.
Morning everybody, it's like 7:45. We're here trying to get a shot of the Painted Hills. It's 2 degrees, so I'm freezing. I wore my flip-flops, which I'm not sure why, but I think we can get a pretty good shot from here. We got some of the fall colors going on, so I'll flip the camera on and have you let you have a look at what we're trying to get a shot of. So this is what we're looking at. Sun's just coming up. Not sure, I'm gonna get set up, get a shot at this light, see how it looks, and then we'll wait for the sun to come up a bit and take another shot once the sun's come up. I was trying to get a shot of that yesterday. The problem with that is there's always the building that's in the way, or one of those, I think it's a wire like for a hose. They've got those blue, it looks like maybe for hoses or something. So anyway, I'm gonna get set up and maybe I'll try a shot over here on these ones today. And we'll see how it turns out. I'll get set up and show you the composition once I'm set up. Sorry about the road noise, the cars are right beside us. Okay, so I made my way up to the top of the hill here. It's again freezing, 2 degrees and about a 20-kilometer-an-hour wind, so my hands, I can't feel them. I just moved myself back in the field a little bit. I went up on top of this hill. You can see the truck behind me. I've got the camera set up. I wanted to get a little bit more of an angle on it so I could get the fall trees, and I'll show you if my fingers will work. So you can see here, there's some yellow trees. Sun's coming down the hill. I'm gonna get one shot before it gets down here, and then bide my time and get a shot once the sun hits them. So I'll show you the first composition.
Car to warm up a bit because it's so cold outside. It's positive 2 degrees. So I'm here in Painted Hills right now, but I have to stay inside the truck because it's so cold outside. It's like 2 degrees and it's a bit windy. But I'm gonna show you guys how pretty it is. Uy, sorry. What can you say about the Painted Hills?
I can say that I'm freezing my ass off, and I'm gonna go back on the floor and try to shoot more that way.
Yeah, so that's Painted Hills. It's beautiful. We woke up early just to see the sunrise. Yeah, so you can find it along the Clinton Highway. Pretty easy to get here. Actually, not really, because it's along the highway. But I think it's worth the drive.
Okay, so what I did, I switched back to the 100 to 400, and I've got it zoomed into about 110 millimeters, something like that. And I'm trying not to freeze to death. Oh, the wind seems to have gotten higher. My hands are totally numb. The sun is coming down the hill now. I tried to do a stitch, like a pano. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. I will try and see if one of them turns out. If one of the panos turns out, then here it is. Otherwise, I'm just waiting now for the sun to creep down, probably about another 5 minutes or so onto the top of the hills. It is just coming down now. What I want is for it to just light up the orange in the hills, so you really get that color pop. Shouldn't be too long. I'll show you now. It's where it is. It's just at the very top of the hill, or at the top of the painted hills. Shouldn't be too much longer, and it'll be down on the color, and we'll get that shot. Once it reaches there, I'll show you the back of the camera. Right now, where we're set up, hold on, I just got to activate it. The camera went to sleep. So this is what I've got framed up right now. Looks really nice on the camera. Hopefully it'll turn out. Once the light reaches the bottom, I'll show you the shot. Okay, so what I did, for this car to go by, I moved my composition slightly to the left, more over, hold on, I'll flip the camera on, more over to this section. I liked that you get more of the hills, more of a variety of hills. This one in the center, you get more yellow trees, but only kind of one painted hill in it. This one's got less yellow trees, there's some, but you get more dramatic hills in the back. So we'll show you that shot on the back of the camera now, once I wake up the camera. Oops. We don't need menu mode. So there's the back of the camera now. It's just pointed at the middle of the painted hills. I got it at f9. I'm going to try a couple of different apertures and see which one turns out the best, but the light's just coming down on those hills now. And I'm going to quit yapping at the camera, and I'll take one of those shots, and hopefully one of those shots turns out. If it turns out any good, then here's that shot now. The sun on the painted hills. Cache Creek, in between Cache Creek and Clinton. There's the shot. So I decided to move back to my original location now that the sun's hit the hills, and rather than focus on that one spot, I focused on a wider shot with the, I went from 130 to 75 millimeters. I'll show you the back of the camera. I kind of like the way this shot looks. It gives you more, I don't know, more of the hills. You can see more of the trees and the color now that the sun's coming down. So I'm going to grab this shot at 75 millimeters, and as you can tell, the traffic's getting worse and worse. So yeah, if the shot at 75 millimeters turns out any good, here's that shot now. So I think that shot's going to turn out good because as you can see, again, the sun hasn't quite popped over the hill yet, and there's really nice contrast on the trees and on the hills and stuff. So yeah, if that shot turned out good, you just saw it. We are freezing. Our feet have cactus burrs in them because there's little cactus all over the place. Cacti. Anyway, some people love that loud exhaust. And I just realized when I was filming earlier, I had the zoom on. I was wondering why. See how it's so close? I was like, man, that's so close. And yeah, because I left the zoom on. Anyway, it's a nice spot. Sun's here. I'm going to flip the camera on. Sun is just coming over the hills behind me. Beautiful, beautiful morning, other than being freezing. But it is April 8th or 9th or whatever the date is today. 9th, I think. 7th was Friday, Saturday. Yeah, it's the 9th today. So anyway, I'm going to get a couple more shots here, and we're going to go back down to Cache Creek for some breakfast. So we've made our way to what we believe is Dead Man Falls. We came along Dead Man Vidette Road, and we're now making our way in. I can hear a little bit of water. There's no signs or anything for it, and I didn't really download any maps or anything, and it's not no signal here. I don't know what it's going to look like. I've been here once before when I was a child, which, as we all know, that was quite some time ago. There is a path going in here, and we've met some people on the road who said they thought it was here also. So we're just going to kind of follow this path and see if it leads to the falls. There are quad tracks in here too. I can see all kinds of ATV tracks in that as well. So, and I do hear running water, so we might just be on the right path. I brought the camera just in case. I don't know. From what I remember, it's a fairly nice falls. We'll make our way in. I'll show you the path I'm following here. Hold on. It's hard to see. It's right into the sun. So this is the said path. And as I get closer, I do hear running water. So I don't remember what it looks like. I've seen photos online and it looked pretty nice, but it has obviously been ravaged by forest fire. You can see it's pretty burnt everywhere. So I don't know what that's going to do to the falls. I guess we'll see when we get there. Okay, so this is Dead Man Falls. It's a really deep gorge. Wow, it's you just literally walk right to the edge of it, and it must be, I can't even see the bottom. It's got to be 500 feet deep. What we're probably going to do is walk around to the other side, because it looks like you can walk around to the other rim, because you can't really see the falls. Don't get too close. It's like I can't even see the bottom. It's like... Anyway, I'm going to walk around and see if I can make a composition, and then we're going to walk over to the other side, walk onto the other rim there. So I made my way to the creek and the top of the falls, and this is, I'll flip the camera around here. This is looking the other way, and right where that water goes over drops like 500 feet. Well, maybe not 500, I don't know. I can't see the edge and I don't want to get too close to it because it might be slippery. You can see that canyon, it's really deep. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to skedaddle over these rocks and hike up the other side. Okay, so I did make my way over across the river. Just making my way through these burnt trees. Trying to get far enough back that I can get a good perspective on the falls. Get a better view of the canyon, I'll show you. It's pretty cool. There's the falls over there. So I'm just going to make my way a little further along just to see if I can get a bit better perspective of the falls. I'm sure there's a spot somewhere along here, so I'll show you if I find it. So I made my way all around the other side here, but the shots of the falls are pretty much all obscured by dead trees. I can't really find a good clear shot of the falls, and I don't want to get anywhere near that edge. It's all burnt trees, and I don't know how stable all this ground is, and that obviously it's rock, most of it, but it could be loose. I'm gonna try to get a shot, but I can't get a shot of the entire falls all the way to the base. I might hike back just a little bit further and see. I heard there's some guys that have drones too. He's like, "Oh, this is drone worthy," and I would agree with that. I wish I had my drone, but I don't even know if it works anymore. It's pretty old now. I should get a new one. DJI, get in touch. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to this one of the spots that I could kind of see the falls from, and see if I can get a shot from there. Okay, so anyway, here's what I set up. I did have to do a little bit of landscaping. There was a dead tree right in front of the camera that I had to, just a small one, flip the camera around. This little guy here that's on the ground now was already dead. I just pushed it over a bit and I framed up a vertical shot, and you actually can see the base. And the funny thing was, when we got up and looked down there, there's a guy down there swimming. It's underneath the base of the falls. I don't know how the heck he got down there. He must have climbed up from or walked in from the lake. Anyway, I set up a vertical composition. I took 2 shots, one at regular exposure and one at -2, and I'm going to blend them because the highlights are so bright and the shadows are so dark at the bottom of the falls. And if that vertical shot turns out any good of the Dead Man Falls, and here it is now. Okay, so if that shot turned out any good, then you just saw it. We're making our way back out now. It's a bit tough because all of these burnt logs and sticks, and my legs are covered in charcoal. And I'm trying to film and walk and avoid the stumps and sticks and falling over the edge. And everything is charcoal. It's turning my shoes black. Just wash these shoes. Anyway. Gonna make our way back to the truck, and take the 1.5-hour drive back to Clinton and get a shot of Upper Clinton Falls, and then probably have some dinner. And then I'll flip the camera so you can see this falls one more time. You can probably hear my heartbeat a little bit louder when I get close to that thing. Anyway, that's it from Dead Man Falls. We'll meet you back at Clinton Falls. Gingerly, carefully. Uh-oh. Wee. Careful. Oh. You okay? Okay, so after a bit of a mad panic, I thought I lost the DJI because I put it behind the seat and that wasn't there when I got out. Anyway, we just stopped quickly on the side of the road here to show you these hills. Flip the camera around, it's pretty cool. They're almost like hoodoos. Really neat looking rocks. Pretty cool. Anyway, we're on our way back to the falls. I just thought I'd stop and give you a quick shot of this. Some really neat rock formations. That one there, it's cool. Anyway, we'll keep making our way out, and yeah, anyway, Dead Man Creek, Dead Man Falls, and Vedette Lake, and then we're making our way back to Clinton Falls, to the Upper Falls.